Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming for the kickoff for Battle for Manhattan. Battle for Manhattan is an idea that came up when New York didn't win the bid for the Olympics. I thought that, New Yorkers are so competitive. I grew up here my whole life, and I said there's got to be something that New Yorkers could do to, for competition. And we, with my partner Sports Fight in the corporate league, we came up with Battle for Manhattan, which basically is the east side of Manhattan competing with the west side of Manhattan in 4 sports. It's basketball, it's volleyball, it's soccer, and it's a 5K run. All the sports are in the first 2 weeks in April. Actually, the run is March 30th. And we, basically it's a competition between people who live or work in New York. You can register. It's not professional athletes. It's all regular New Yorkers competing in the sports. And as long as you live or work in Manhattan, you can just sign up for the East Side team or the West Side team. Where you live takes precedence to where you work. So if you live on the East Side but work on the West Side, you'd be part of the East Side team. The captains of each of the team, we have John Starks from the New York Knicks, superstar, captaining the West Side team, and we have Kevin Young, who's a 400-meter hurdles world record holder, gold medalist, captaining the East Side team. They're not going to participate, okay? They're just going to captain, okay? So it's really just a competition to have New Yorkers have a lot of fun. We have a charity component, which I'll introduce our friends from Urban Dove in a minute, and a portion of the proceeds will go to Urban Dove. And our sponsors, we would like to thank are Awake Energy Drink, we have Crunch Fitness, the New York Post, we have Urban Tailgate, MSG, and NewYork.com are some of our sponsors. So the events, again, will take place, the run will take place at Hudson River Park up the west side. That's on March 30th. The basketball event, soccer, and volleyball will be in different gyms around the city. There'll be some on the east side, some on the west side to make it fair for everybody. We'll be doing a lot of evening events, a lot of social networking. People just get together. We've had a ton of people, already telling us that the east side's going to beat the west side, and the west side's going to beat the east side. And again, people can join at any skill level. There's sign-ups from 21 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 and over. There's different levels based on skill and based on age. So everyone can participate. And really just, we want to get the word out. We think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is an annual event. This is the first year, and this is the kickoff. We're going to be adding a lot more events in the years to come. Everything from Battle of the Bands. We're going to be having, any competition that you can imagine from east side to west side. We're working with the World Adult Kickball Association to do kickball and things like that, and other events that'll be fun. So what better way to kick it off and to have a really true New Yorker here to kind of help introduce the event is Jackie, the Joke Man Martling, Sirius Satellite Radio host. So Jackie, take it away.
Well, Steve Bernstein asked me to come here today because I'm actually going to stand here and say exactly what he just said, but I guess he wanted me to be here, so if he got nervous, he could say, humana, here's Jackie. But obviously I'm not an athlete, but like every bad joke they make at every high school campaign speech, I'm not an athlete, I'm an athletic supporter, okay? And the Battle for Manhattan, he just told me about this a couple of weeks ago, and it's just such a fun idea because New Yorkers, we are competitive. We're competitive about everything. You reach for a New York Post and somebody else reaches for the New York Post and you smack them away. I mean, it's just it's our nature to give each other a hard time. I'm a comedian, I worked all over the country, and people are so different everywhere else because we give each other a hard time. And a lot of our humor and what we do doesn't translate to other parts of the nation. Like when you talk about breaking each other's chops, a lot of people, like you're down south, and I make jokes about, yeah, my buddy was walking in front of me and I tripped him. They don't understand that. To us, that's the funniest thing in the world. Your buddy's walking in front of you, you step on the back of his heel and give him a flat tire, and he bends over to fix it, you knock him over and run. People down south are like, well, why would you do that? But we're different and we're fun and we like to compete, and the Battle for Manhattan is a really fun idea. It's something that people can follow. It's an ongoing thing. I know I live pretty close to the line, so if the east side starts beating the west side, I'm sure I'll just jump over. And it's really nice that Steve asked me to participate in this because I know a lot of people and we'll get the word going. Just make sure you tell people about it, you talk it up, and you spread the website, you spread the emails, and the bottom line is this is for charity, it's for kids, it's for underprivileged kids. You know, people are working so hard, you know, Oprah Winfrey's building hospitals in Africa. Come on, we got to help the kids in New York. We want to give them what we can give them, and the more we can give them, the better for everybody. We got better kids coming up. It's a win-win-win all around. And we got a great gang of guys participating from the Soccer Hall of Fame. Eric Winalda, give him a round of applause. Come on, as we go along. These guys are donating their time and their talents, and I just think it's great. The 400-meter hurdles record holder, Kevin Young, big round of applause. The lovable Nick, if there ever was a part of New York City, I love this guy. He's a pal, John Starks. Luckily, my friend, because he could crush me with his thumb, Troy Escalade Jackson right here. Volleyball gold medalist Dane Blanton. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please encourage your friends to participate. It's going to be friendly competition. I'm sure it'll get heated here and there, but for the most part, the bragging rights in the bars, and it's just something to put in the air of New York. And you know how it is when we get something going in the air, like the World Series or the Giants playing football, whatever it is, we all rally around it, and it just makes it fun. And a big round of applause for Steve Bernstein. Yeah, the website is www.battleformanhattan.com, and the more you can go to that and send people to that, and of course anybody that has any ideas, anybody knows any sponsors that would like to make contributions or get involved, this is a brand new thing, and we really want as much participation as we can. Let me just mention some of our sponsors. Urban Dove, big round of applause for Urban Dove. They'll be benefiting and getting the proceeds to the children. We have the New York Post. We have Crunch Fitness Awake, which is, I just had a bottle of Awake, and now I'm officially awake. It's the 2008 version of Tang. I'm sure you guys didn't want me to say that, but that's tough. You tell Carrie, Tang by any other name is Tang, okay? And Urban Tailgate and the World Adult Kickball Association. Let's hear it. I'm proud to say, or actually embarrassed to say, I'm a 60-year-old New Yorker and I've never heard of the World Adult Kickball Association. Sounds a little pornographic to me, but what are you going to do? So are we going to bring up the guys one at a time?
Yeah, let me just...
All right, I'll bring your Bernstein back, but thank you for having me today, and appreciate you guys.
Just wanted to have Urban Dove say a few words. Again, the information for the charities and all is on our website, www.battleformanhattan.com. And here's our friends from Urban Dove.
I just wanted to take a minute to talk about what we do. We've been around for about 10 years, and we work with kids across New York City, at-risk kids in public schools. And the programs that we do are based on sports and recreation and finding ways to use sports to build life skills in our kids and job skills. We have teenagers go into at-risk elementary schools and middle schools, and we train them to be coaches. They run programs for the kids, after-school programs, keep them engaged. So we're really excited to be here. It's a great fit for us, and the core of what we do is that sports is a great way to get people from other communities involved with each other and have people meet, have people do what they can to kind of develop their leadership skills and their team skills. So it's a great place for us to be, and we're happy to be here.
All right, so I'm going to bring up the fellas one at a time so they can kind of give their slant on the whole thing.